Hey guys, it's Misty Eyez and
Carmen Adore.
And we just recorded a Get Made Up with Misty. So if you want to see how to do these looks raw, keep watching. Tonight's theme is back to school at George's Alibi Trinity Palace.
Yes, ma'am.
Sunday nights, every Sunday at Alibi. And basically, girl, you can't sit with us unless you're wearing hoop earrings.
No, ma'am. And we ain't wearing hoop earrings, so you can't sit with us.
We just realized we forgot to bring our earrings. But yeah, Carmen and I have been friends, mother-daughter, sisters, co-workers. God, for a very, very long time.
2005.
Yes, 2005, when she just got out of high school, apparently. I just found out. That's like 11 years.
11.
Is that right? 11?
Yeah,
11.
I think.
Pretty not smart. Can't be pretty and smart on the same day.
It was after high school, in which I failed high school, so.
No más escuela for you.
No más escuela for the abuela.
Yeah, so we have had a up and down roller coaster relationship, but there's always love in my heart for this one. And we're gonna see in this video, we talk about a lot of things.
Yes.
One of which she's moving, and I'm very, very sad but happy and excited for her that she's moving. I know.
I'll miss my mama.
Big and beautiful and better things for you. I know that a lot of exciting things are gonna happen for you.
Yes.
But keep watching. We had a lot of fun recording this video, and I think you'll have a lot of fun watching it.
I hope you like it, so press like and share.
And subscribe. So tonight is back to school.
Back to la escuela.
That's how you say school?
Escuela is school in Spanish.
I thought that was right. Escriba.
Escribir is to write.
Oh.
But escuela is a school.
Like abuela.
Like abuela, which is grandma.
So it's kind of like writing your grandma is escuela.
My escuela es una abuela.
Escriba mi doctor's note.
Oh, shit just got real bilingual in here right now.
Whoa. I'm a gringo with a pinga, no habla español.
Am I your first Latin guest?
I think so. No, Selena.
Oh, Selena, yeah.
Selena Jimenez.
I'll do anything for Selena.
Yeah, Selena's been a guest. She's my first guest.
Was she?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Amanda.
No, Amanda was like my third, I think. Yeah, third or fourth. I don't know. I'm little enough now that I keep losing track.
Da, da, da.
So tonight's back to school.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to paint?
I'm going to do kind of like a smoky eye look because I'm doing School's Out for Summer.
Okay.
School's out for...
So you're like an alternative gothy girl?
So I want to be, like the gothy girl, but I want to add to it when it's the second number. So I'm going to do the first number, which is more like Britney Spears. I can be like a little smoky, whatever.
Oh, okay. And then you're going to goth it out?
And then I'll just goth it out when I'm there.
You'll be the alternative.
I'll do like a little cross tattoo, maybe some more...
Rotten.
Rotted. Like Alyssa Edwards. Did you see that? When they were doing the reading and she was like, coconut trees?
Rotted. Bitch. Who's your favorite?
I definitely love Roxy Andrews.
Oh, I love her too.
Because she's one for the big girls.
Yeah.
But
thick and juicy.
I don't know who is even... It's hard to tell, because now when they sent Coco Montrese home, and then the RuPaul said that video thing, and Bruce said you have a comeback or something, girl. Yeah. Now it's like, fuck, now you're not going to know who's going to win. And they're eliminating each other, but it was obvious that Coco was going to go home.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart, though. Coco. It's hard for me because I know all of them through being on the cruises. Like, I've met Ginger hasn't been on a cruise yet, but I know her from competing for Miss Continental.
She's actually really sweet, because when I went to DragCon, she was there walking around saying hi to everyone. So she was really sweet. She wasn't like, there were some queens, I'm not going to say names, but they were just like ultimate shady. Oh,
yeah.
You couldn't talk to them. They were too busy, or you're just not good enough. And it was just, I don't know, it was kind of shady. And it was like people that you would think weren't.
Mariah Paris Balenciaga is also a really super out of her way nice drag queen.
She is, and she's really good friends with Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
from the cruise. Yeah, that's how we all met. Yeah.
And I haven't gone to a single damn cruise.
Yeah.
I might go to the Cuba one. When's the Cuba one?
First week of December 2017.
Of December 17?
Yeah.
I might be able to do it.
Like a year and 6 months away.
Yeah, I might be able to do it.
Yeah, it's $99 a month.
And you need a passport?
Yes, absolutely.
Even though I'm Cubano.
Were you born in Cuba?
No,
okay,
I was born in Miami. So, and I've never gone out of the United States. I've always stayed in, well, except for Mexico, but that's just jump across the fence.
Well, you can go if you were Cuban, but you can't go if you were born there.
Oh, okay.
Something about the foreign exchange program that is making it legal for us to visit.
Okay.
I don't know. Because a lot of people are exiled from Cuba, and you can't go back into Cuba on a cruise from America or something.
That whole thing is weird. And I was never raised in a Cuban fashion.
Mm-hmm.
My mom raised me very Americanized.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really about, I knew my grandparents were from Cuba, but that's about it. I didn't know too much history about Cuba and all that.
John's the same way, my husband. His parents are from Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah.
And they raised him very, you're going to speak English. At least yours spoke Spanish.
My grandma is from Cuba. She's from Havana.
Yeah.
But she came down here in a plane, and she ended up in Chicago. So my mom was born in Chicago.
Perfect.
Chi-town.
Did she get out because she was pregnant and she's like, this baby is being born in America?
I think it was something along those lines, because she came with my grandpa, and they came together, so it was probably something like that.
Yeah.
Like life. Because back then, I know that life was rougher for people who live there. Like, they don't have water, they don't have toilets, they don't have nothing. You had to spend money to get rice. It was horrible, from what I hear.
Yeah. Well, then it would be definitely a cruise you'd want to go. And it's only $99 a month. Out of your bank account.
If I had, say I was a rich person, if I was Trump.
Right.
And I had Trump's money.
Right.
I would totally go to visit the slums of Cuba. Because there's different parts of Cuba. Mm-hmm. There's, the nice touristy part, and there's, the real legit part.
Right.
So I would like to go there, check it out, donate money, help people out.
Yeah. We're going to 4 ports in Cuba and 2 days in Havana. And we're going to Castro's house or mansion or whatever because his daughter is a lesbian.
Ha!
And now gay and lesbians are protected people in Cuba. It's illegal to commit a crime against a gay person.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah. So...
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Which, unlike countries like Jamaica and Bahamas, you can be gay and walking around and get raped with a broomstick.
Yeah.
So it's...
I've heard that they hang them, they'll shoot you,
So not in Cuba. You got
protected. That's scary too. And now...
you can use this anytime you need to, by the way.
Oh, it's okay. I think I have good lighting here. And now, Dubai. Did you see the thing of Gigi Gorgeous in Dubai?
I saw that.
That is fucking crazy. I think she's very passable.
Yeah, and her passport says female now.
Yeah, so them
I don't know
stop
how.
Her, no.
I don't know. Yeah. Granted, when she flew, she had no makeup on, but sometimes I think that makes you even more passable.
Yeah.
Because the more makeup you wear, the more people are like, "Wow, she's too perfect."
Yeah, there's something wrong there. When we wear so much makeup, we're hiding something.
Yeah.
Like our hair.
like our beard.
Like our facial hair.
Right. That's true. That is true. So I'm glad to get you in because you're fixing to move.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I have always wanted to go to California and live there.
Yeah.
It's always been a dream. And since I recently got all these opportunities to go travel and go be there, I've made some connections and got to know some people.
Yeah.
And the opportunity came up with Zach to work with him and travel with him and, also do other things. I could get bookings if I want to, but I want to live a normal life. So
you want to be a real woman.
I'm at the point where I just don't want to do shows. I just want to have time for me where I don't know anyone. I'm not wrapped up in anything.
Yeah, there's no drama.
Right.
So you already have a job.
Yeah. So I'm going in there with a job, with a place to live.
That's awesome.
I'm set.
That's
I'm
the best way to go.
Yeah.
A lot of people move to California with dreams, and that's it.
And they'll get
$50 in their pocket and a dream.
But I even told myself I was never going to move to California unless I for sure had things. I've probably spent like a year or so even
thinking about it.
Yeah. Like looking up how much does this cost, jobs around this area, yada, yada, yada.
Well, this is kind of like your college.
Yeah.
Because you're born and raised in Florida.
Born and raised Florida from Hialeah.
Hialeah, NYC.
And my familia is from Hialeah. And, born and raised here my whole life.
So you never went away for school. This is your going away.
Yeah.
And that's very important, I think. I
think everyone needs a time to just reset.
I totally agree.
Reset, start fresh. Because everything I've learned here and your advice that you've given, now I could take that with me and grow from there.
Yeah. Well, when I went off to college, I completely changed who I was. Because, you don't have... I grew up in a very, very large family. There's 7 kids, and, it's the oldest, and there are definite pressures of being... Take your siblings to swim practice, take your siblings to soccer practice, take them to golf practice, take them to tennis practice, take them to whatever.
Ooh.
And not to mention you have church on Sunday, Wednesday, don't forget youth practice on blah, blah, blah. When I went to college, I didn't have to do anything for anybody except for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's liberating. Granted, you're an adult and you don't live with your mom anymore, but still... You can, like when you go off to summer camp or something, you can change. You could be like, I can't think of an example. I'm going to wear smoky eyes for the entire summer and nobody will know that I've never done this before. Like you can reinvent yourself.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Right.
So you can do that too. Like these people don't know your history. They don't know your anything.
Exactly. And it's cross country. I know people there, but no one's going to be like, no, bitch, you're lying.
Right. Just don't make the same mistake that some of these girls do. There's so many girls that move to Florida, and they're like, oh, I missed this and this and this back home. Yes. And I missed this, this, and this. And I'm like, really, bitch?
No. You got to pay your dues, and that's why I want to go in. I don't want to go in as like, oh, I'm this person, and I deserve this. Yeah. No, because... over there, I'm a nobody. I'm just another person at the clubs. So I want to at least build myself, then get into the drag that way. It'll be a little easier.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect. Well, I'm really, really excited for you. And I'm happy that you have a job.
Yeah.
Because that's the scary part,
When I first moved... we could do a little way back.
Okay.
When I first came to Fort Lauderdale... And I'm open, so we can be unfiltered. I'm open. And I did the Fab Scouts.
Okay.
College sex parties.
Yeah.
That's where we
met,
right.
Yeah.
I initially moved to Fort Lauderdale without a job because I was just let go. And then I found that because I had a mutual friend who was doing porn with Fab Scouts. And I don't remember his name. I couldn't even think of it. And then, that was my only job. Was working at Fab Scouts and doing porn.
Yeah. You've come so far since then.
Mm-hmm.
I helped you name your drag name. I helped you name your porn name.
Yeah.
I helped you Yeah.
come and adore was how you saw it. Yeah.
Well, you wanted Carmen.
Yeah, because I love the name Carmen.
Yeah, and it's Latina, it's goddess, it's very that.
It's Betty in Miami.
And you wanted Carmen, and I was like, well, let's think of her last name. And I'm not in the habit of giving out Eyez.
Yeah.
It's just something I don't do because even us, mothers and daughters have falling outs. It's just a part of life.
Right.
Real biological mothers and daughters have falling outs. Real biological brothers and sisters have falling outs. It's just a way of life. And I don't want,
It hurts more, I feel like, if there was a falling out with a name attached to it, because it's kind of like getting a divorce where you, like, want to change your last name.
Yeah.
So completely right. It's like that. Yeah, I see it
So
that way.
that's why I'm like, girl. And I'm the type of drag mother, like you'll notice, I've never been super hovering.
Right.
I wasn't a helicopter mom.
Right.
I want you to be self-sufficient. I want you to know how to do your hair and makeup. I want you to be your own. I'll always be there to nag you or maybe, girl, we need to have a mother-daughter talk. I'm noticing some drama, and I want to talk to you about it. And maybe that's not the way to be. But there's different types of drag mothers.
But you're more of a nurturing mother.
Yeah. Some drag mothers only want you to be under them. I'm like the Mr. Miyagi. Like, I want you to surpass me. I want you to become more famous than I ever was. I want you to be better than me. The student should always pass the teacher. Some mothers want they won't even let you learn how to do makeup because they only want you to paint when they paint you. If they're mad at you, you don't do drag. So,
yeah, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah. I wanted to be a mentor that taught you to be self-sufficient.
But this is actually where we started. You invited me. You had a long meeting.
Yeah.
And we sat, and you didn't hover over me. It was like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. You could do it like me, or you could do it elsewise. We'll watch each other. Yeah, this is how we started.
That's how it started.
Sitting side by side. I don't think I've ever fully painted any of my daughters.
No.
I was like, okay, you want to learn makeup? Let's do this. Here's the foundation, put it on.
There was only one queen that fully painted me, and I couldn't even see what she was doing. I had to have my eyes closed the whole time. And that was so uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I want to learn. I want to know how to do it.
Yeah. And you're not going to learn if you don't do it yourself.
Exactly.
You can watch Michael Jordan play basketball all day, but it doesn't mean you can do it.
Doesn't mean I'm a dunk.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to have to come visit California. I've never been.
You've been, right? You've never been to California?
I'm thinking about doing DragCon this year. I've been invited the last 2 DragCons because I'm a World of Wonder partner on YouTube.
Yeah, you should.
But the thing
maybe
is,
they'll feature you in a group talk.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
They could.
Well, they keep inviting me, but the thing is, as a partner, we get a discount on our table, but we still have to pay for it. And I don't have merch.
And a lot of people didn't go because of that. There were a lot of queens that didn't show up because apparently some of the booths were really expensive, even with the discount.
Yeah, I was like, I can't afford this. And how am I going to make all my money back when I'm selling nothing? So I'm going to have to come up with some merch and possibly go. Or maybe just go and walk around. I don't know.
Do you email drag queen merch?
You know what? Rubber Child hooked me up with them. I have not officially... They emailed me, and I have not replied.
Because you have logos already set and stuff.
Yeah.
Some t-shirts and coffee mugs for the children.
Just got to get all that out. Figure it out. Figure it out, Henty.
Funny story. I did the drag queen merch.
Yeah.
And they told me, oh, whenever we sell your stuff, you'll get like a little check or percentage out of it. I haven't gotten anything. So I don't feel like I sold anything. But it was cute. I don't even want to buy my own shirts. My own shirts are too expensive. They're like $30.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, because I have like a special, it's like my full face on the shirt. No, honey, I wouldn't even buy that, so I guess that's why no one.
You have to be a big fan to spend $30 on a t-shirt.
Woo-wee! Who loves me?
That's the true way to tell.
Who really loves me?
I don't know. But maybe. I'm not ruling it out.
Mm-hmm.
But
the guy, the person that I got in touch with, I forget his name, but he was very sweet in the email, and he's like, fast. He's on it. He's like, you need this change? Okay, I'm going to change this.
Well, Rubber Child messaged him that night. We were talking about it. And, like, before we left the bar, he had already emailed me. So I know it's in my email, but I can't show you because we're recording on my phone. But I have 4,000 unread emails.
Whoa.
Girl, it's too much. I get overwhelmed. I get weeded. I get swamped. It's just, I can't be bothered. So, and then when I think about it, it's so far away. Because, you know, all that Facebook shit goes there. YouTube shit goes in there.
Oh, yeah. All your notifications and crap mail.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, no. Not today.
Not today, say yeah.
What are you most scared about going to California? Because there's got to be at least a little fear.
Well, I'm scared of not making it, but I'm also trying to make that a goal that I should make it. Like, I'm scared to not make it, but I need to make it work.
Make it how? Like, as a medical professional?
As far as, like, either a medical professional or drag queen, or I don't want it to be a repeat of how I feel Fort Lauderdale has been to me.
Yeah.
Not that it's been bad, but I don't feel...
It's been a learning process.
It's been a learning process. And I don't want California to be a learning process. I want to go in there like, okay, I've dealt with this before. I know how to handle this.
I got this.
Right. So I don't want to have to fail because then I'm fucking up on my own things that I've already learned.
Mm-hmm.
Are we allowed to curse? I'm just cursing.
Yeah, it's YouTube, bro. We can curse.
Like, I don't know. How dirty can we get?
This is YouTube. We can't show penises, but we can cuss.
It's okay.
It's not the radio. Some radio, TV, you can't, but YouTube you can.
I promise not to show my penis.
Yeah. But I've seen videos on YouTube where the people show their butts.
I know that I have a friend that I work with. I doubt he'll ever see this. But he does a trick on Facebook. So, you know how when the guys do the mangina, like the straight guys do the mangina? That's the only way that they'll show a genital on Facebook. Is if you do the mangina. Very awkward.
So there's a stray guy at your job that has a mangina on Facebook?
Down. That he just posts pictures of himself
With a mangina?
with a mangina. Naked, artfully, mangina.
Hi, I'm a drag queen, mangina. How do you know? Oh, you probably are friends with him on Facebook. I was like, how do you know?
Unfortunately, I follow him.
He pops up in your news feeds. We just saw one of your coworkers in the parking lot of my building.
Yes, he's my sexy daddy.
I wonder if he lives here.
I don't know. But he just moved here from somewhere, I think Michigan or something. And he works at Alibi, but he's also a realtor agent. Realtor.
Uh-huh.
So I guess he sells homes too.
Real estate agent, realtor.
Down.
I was like, what are you trying to say in my brain?
Daddy, give me a home.
Oh! Daddy, hook it up.
Daddy. But he came into brunch in a suit and tie. I've never seen him with a nice haircut.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit,
Who
I'm
are
wet.
you?
Huh?
Yeah, most realtors have side jobs as well. It's a very real thing. A friend of mine, well, not a friend of mine, a liar, I don't even know his name, a customer at Libs last night, and his wife were talking to me after the show, and he was telling me that they moved here from Tennessee, and he's a firefighter. And Florida is a volunteer state.
For firefighters?
Yeah. They don't get paid.
No.
So now they're like struggling. They're like, well, we don't know what to do. We don't want to move. And I'm like, well, in Florida, most firefighters are also EMTs or also police officers or also whatever. So why don't you do the volunteer firefighter, but do something else too?
But you don't know if he came in, like, knowingly.
No, he supposedly said he didn't know that it was a volunteer state.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. But I guess his wife has a job, but it's not like a pay the bills job. And so she's like, well, I don't know what to do.
But let me go to a drag show.
And let me just tell you, Daddy was a little too flirtatious.
Firefighters are the freaky ones.
Are they?
Oh, I have a good friend named Jennifer who all she attracts is firefighters. She doesn't even try. They just come flocking to her.
Yeah.
And the stories that she tells me,
yeah,
they're freaky dickies.
Freaky dickies. Yeah, yes. So when do you actually leave?
I leave September 20th, and I work at Alibi, so my last day of working there is the 5th. Labor Day.
No, my appointment is September 30th.
Oh, you're getting boobies?
On the 30th.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She gonna have some titties?
I was like, you leave on my surgery day, but you don't. For some reason, I thought it was September 3rd. My blood work is Tuesday. This Tuesday. I'm doing my blood this Tuesday, and then my surgery is I think it's the 30th. Pretty sure. It's less than a month from this Tuesday.
So how do you feel about it?
Of course, I'm excited, but I'm also scared to death, girl.
Mm-hmm.
On the real, I've been transitioning for 5 years, or 4+ years,
mm-hmm.
but I still haven't told, like, some very important people in my life.
Uh-huh.
Like, my mom.
She still? Yeah?
I mean, I know she knows. Like, the last 2 years I went up there, I didn't even own boy clothes.
And didn't you take John with you?
Yeah, this year I did. But the last 2 years, I didn't even own boy clothes. Like, I don't have boy clothes.
Yeah. Well, you reached that point where you threw it all out.
Yeah. So, if she doesn't have a clue, she's kind of dumb. But I told one of my sisters, I told one of my brothers,
mm-hmm.
so I'm sure the word has gotten around. I told one of my cousins, you know, like each branch, just so that it's like planted and feelered, yeah.
The seed is there.
But I'm still kind of nervous. And in my mind, like, there's certain parts of my transition that I'm like, I'll wait until I get my tits.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, I've been properly gendered for the last 3 years in public with no makeup on. But
even
in my
now,
mind,
even now when we were at Mo's,
yeah,
properly gendered.
But in my mind, I'm not changing my ID until I get my tits. I'm not doing all this. There's like things I'm not doing until my tits. It's as if that, like, everything, almost everything is done.
Mm-hmm.
My lips, my hips, all that is done. But I'm waiting until my tits to officially, you know.
Like, do everything.
Yeah. So now that that's happening, now I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's getting that time.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. But I'm excited. I'm ready. It's like it should have happened 3 years ago. But I've been dragging my feet.
Did you change your name, or are you keeping it the same?
I'm going to change it. Because my middle name is definitely masculine. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about my middle name.
Uh-huh.
So I think, I was talking to my brother about it. I think I'm going to keep Dakota as my first name.
Uh-huh.
And obviously my last name, and it's my last name. And just drop my middle name and throw Misty in there.
No
and
one
all
even uses Dakota anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Unless, like, for Facebook. That's the only way I could tag you, by the way.
I know.
Like, no, Facebook. I want Misty Eyez.
Yeah, she wants that too. But I think sometimes it lets you on your phone now, but it used to not let you at all.
If I can't tag you as Misty Eyez, but if I search for you as Misty Eyez, Dakota Moto pop up.
Yeah. You know, because Dakota now is an androgynous name thanks to Dakota Fanning and Dakota Johnson from 50 Shades of Grey.
Right.
So, I don't know. I haven't decided officially.
If you were to move, where would you go?
Well, my mom is getting sick.
Mm.
My mom is kind of falling apart. There's something happening with her right now that they can't figure out what's going on.
Mm.
She'll be on the toilet and fall asleep.
Ooh.
And when she falls asleep one time she fell asleep on the toilet and fell and the doorknob hit her on her face and broke her nose, and she had to get 6 stitches in her eyebrow. And one time she fell in the door and it put a big, like, baseball-sized knot and bruise on her back.
That's nice.
So she's getting a bunch of blood work, and it's in the back of my mind. It's not that it's even going to happen ever or soon, but in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, what if I went up to help my mom run her business? Mm-hmm. You know, and just thoughts like that. You know, so in the back of my mind, if I were to ever do that, I would want everything finished.
Right.
You know, I want the tits done. I want FFS done. I want vocal cord surgery done, because then you're dealing with the medical cords. Her job, she is in and out of court all day, and helping sick people. She works with drug and alcohol rehabilitation programs, and the programs that help reintroduce people into society after prison.
Right.
And I don't want to walk into like a big old dude with tits, you know, so I don't know. Just back of my mind things, you know, and I've been doing drag for 13 plus years. 13 years as a profession, but 13 plus isn't like an on and off. Like,
I think I've done on and off for a good, I don't know. I want to say 9 or 8.
Yeah.
Because as we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was of age.
Oh, that's a dinner conversation. You weren't a part of that. We went to Moe's. Welcome to Moe's.
Welcome to Moe's.
And she was telling us at dinner, or she was telling me at dinner. She was telling me at dinner that when she first started drag, I was sneaking her into clubs underage, and I didn't know.
Yeah, Misty had no clue. Because Misty didn't know me that well. And I was hanging out with other people that were part of your show. And, yeah, that's how I would get in. I would just get in drag and no one would ask me any questions.
Are you performing tonight? Yes.
Yeah.
You're in. But that was a different bar. That's not the bar we're at now.
No. That was a whole different bar.
Yeah, that bar's closed.
That bar is now a Subway's.
Yeah. How funny.
It's crazy how time flies, too.
I was thinking that last night when you tagged that picture on Facebook saying, hey, everyone, I'm recording tomorrow. I was like, damn, we have been around the world, you and I. Mm-hmm. I've seen you be a girl, then go back to being a boy, then back up to being a girl.
Everywhere.
I've seen you do porn. I've seen you...
My thing is I'm very impulsive. If I feel like I'm going to do something or I can do something, I'm going to do it. I'm not even going to think about it. Which sometimes gets me in trouble, but sometimes it's kind of fun to learn the lesson from it.
As long as you do learn.
Mm-hmm. Like I did the porn. It was good money. But then I started seeing relationships and sex differently. Yeah. Which was fucking with my head, and I couldn't. I didn't want it to feel that way.
Yeah. Well, escorting and porn has the same effect on you, I think. Emotionally and relationship-wise. Like, sex is no longer...
It's more of a job.
Yeah.
Instead of just enjoying it.
Like, oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That changed my aspect with intimacy. Mm-hmm. Like, if we're not intimate, if we're not passionate, I don't want to have sex at all.
Right.
Because of that reason.
And I need to have that intimate moment.
Yeah, if we're not emotionally connected, I don't want to be physically connected.
That kind of got me off of hooking up, too. Mm-hmm. Because hooking up became more of, what are you going to give me? Mm-hmm. Or what can I get from you?
Yeah.
Instead of just, hey, you're fine, let's fuck.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But it's for some people and it's not for others.
To each their own. Just use a condom.
Yeah. Respect yourself and protect yourself. You know, I saw a condom commercial the other day that said, it protects you from the Zika virus or whatever that's called.
Oh, I saw that. I think it was like a billboard too.
Girl, if a mosquito can give you this virus, why the fuck are you worried about a condom?
Like the condom's gonna protect you from the Zika virus.
Oh, Zika, that's what it's called.
Well, why are you having sex when you have Zika? You can't just live with Zika, right?
I don't know, girl.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think
this whole Zika epidemic is too much. I'm going to California where there's no bugs.
Really?
It is bug free. There's no mosquitoes. No
really?
Nothing. Right?
I don't know. I don't know that mosquitoes.
Because the humidity is different. There is none.
Do you have white eyeshadow?
It's not like great white eyeshadow.
Is it white though? I'm out of white. This is the white I've been using.
It's this, but it doesn't really paint that well. You could try it.
Do you know the brand? It looks like the Femme.
No, I don't remember the brand. It was a brand from Sephora a long time ago. But for me, it doesn't come out white.
What, did you shadow base it?
No.
Why just shadow base it with that?
I'm very impatient.
If
I have to use the eye primer, no, it's fine. I got it. If I have to use the eye primer for it, I don't want to go through all that. I stopped gluing my brows because it took too much to just.
I did too. I shaved them off and tattooed them on.
Like, no, thank you.
So I started telling everyone, I'm like, oh my gosh, and now it's like a trend. Everyone's like doing it. Even Justice's husband got his eyebrows tattooed.
Oh, he did? I didn't even notice.
Yep.
I saw him the other night.
Yeah, they look normal. That's they look real.
They're a cute little couple, like, let's go get shit done together.
Mm-hmm.
I want my husband to do that. I mean, like, not overboard.
Like, I mean, I don't mind, like, if I'll go get a pedicure, I don't mind my husband getting a pedicure. I'll even pay for it, maybe.
Or let's go get Botox.
Yeah, I would do that too. And if I'm getting my teeth bleached, then that too. That makes sense. I take it back.
Let's take care of each other as to where we both look our best.
Yeah.
For each other.
That makes sense.
I think that's their relationship. They're both looking at their best for each other.
Did you see her after her lipo?
I didn't see her naked.
Sickening. She looks so good.
These bitches and going out of the state and getting their shit done makes me jealous.
Right. She got hers done here, though. Justice went to Strax for her lipo.
You know, Natasha.
Uh-huh.
She went to Colombia. Yeah. Yeah. And hers was, she did it all in one shot. That scares me.
What scares me is you fly to another country with your passport looking one way, flying back looking a whole nother way. That's the part that scares me. Because, like, I know a couple girls, Natasha Richards, a Miss USA, Miss Everything, went to Mexico and got everything at once. And I'm like, how did you enter the country? They're like, this isn't you. Like, that's a scary thought.
Excuse me.
Akumi. So, speaking of makeup, who is your favorite makeup artist, drag queen? Like, who, if you ever were to say this bitch is the best, who would you think the best makeup artist is?
This person isn't even a drag queen, but he paints so fabulously. On Instagram, his name is Ryburk. It's RYBURK.
Okay.
He does a lot of fantasy looks, and he'll take like freaking cotton balls and just put them everywhere and make like an avant-garde look to it.
Oh, wow.
So he uses the stuff that he has around him, but it's, oh my God.
Brilliant.
So if you ever check it out, Ryburk. I think he's in New York or California. He's in one of those. And he's always out with these looks. He'll go out clubbing and partying. And
with cotton balls on his face.
Legit.
Wow.
The last look I saw, he has like these pearls also that he puts on all over his face. So he'll have like a whole mask of pearls everywhere.
Wow.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is India Farah.
Oh, I hear that she paints really...
She paints really hard.
Really hard, yeah.
Like black, white, black,
yeah,
white. Like it's very drastic. But I think it is so beautiful.
She really cuts her face.
Yeah. But I just love it. It's so beautiful to me. She was on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
But she was sent home so fast that you didn't get a chance to see her true talent. And she's also a wardrobe queen. Like, she can make some clothes.
And the way most people remember her is when Mimi I'm First lifted her up and that whole thing happened.
But, honey, I knew her before RuPaul's Drag Race because I was Sunshine State All-American Goddess. And she was the current reigning All-American Goddess that year.
You know, I was going to try out for the Sunshine State All-American Goddess.
I'm the first Sunshine State All-American Goddess.
Oh, that's cool. I was going to do it. Mr. Jose Vega, which is All-American Gent, he kept inviting me to please do it. And now that I'm moving away, I'm like, well,
all right.
I'm sorry, Jose. Don't hate me.
By the way. Other things going on. Other things going on right now.
She's moving out.
Moving on up.
Taking my shit.
How's your family feel about you moving?
My mom hates it.
Of course.
My sister lives in Tampa, so she's fine. Which I'm going to go to Orlando next week. Or Orlando, Tampa area.
Because they're the same thing.
In my head, Orlando and Tampa are right next to each other.
They're not far apart, but they're definitely not the same.
They're not that, yeah. I want to say that my sister's in Orlando. So we're going to go to Orlando, and we're going to do all this stuff. Where's
like
Busch
Disney?
Gardens?
Tampa.
So then we're going to Tampa.
So not Orlando.
Oh, just kidding. So Tampa, because she lives close to Busch Gardens, so we're going to go to Busch Gardens, all that family fun stuff. My mom hates it.
Yeah. Now both her kids are gone.
Yep. That's how she feels. She feels like both her kids are gone. She lives with my grandma. She takes care of my grandma. And it's just kind of her doing her own thing. But she keeps herself busy with working out. She really stays in shape and watches herself. Yeah.
That's good.
And if you want to follow her...
Oh, yeah? She's got a thing?
She's got a little Instagram. And she does like a lot of motivational posts and stuff.
Your mom has come to many of our shows.
Yeah. She's always been very supportive. Even when I came out to her. I came out to her my freshman year of high school. And she just looked at me and she said, I knew already.
How is she with you coming out as trans?
The same. There wasn't a time where I could tell her something and she would be upset with me. Or she wouldn't disagree with me. I'm very lucky
blessed.
Yeah. I'm very lucky that she raised me to be loving and accepting of different ideas and things. Not to pass judgment, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just how she is. She never passed judgment on me. She's never kicked me out of the house for anything. And yeah, she's just been really supportive. And I love it.
Well, I got kicked out of my family for being gay. So I'm scared
There's
to
a lot of
to tell
people.
them.
And she used to tell me too, I feel so bad for the mothers who get rid of their children or
disown them.
Yeah, disown them because of something like that. Like, she said, no matter what, you'll always be my son. Even when I was transitioning. She said, no matter what, you'll always be my son. You'll always be my baby. And that's just how she's always been.
Well, even without telling my mom that I'm trans, and even without wearing boobs, I mean, I have some, but this year in Alaska, I brought my husband and, you know, we're running around and my mom would be like, this is my son, this is my son. And people would look at me and then look at my mom and then look at me and then look at my mom. And I'm like, hi. Like, because they're like,
lady, are you okay?
Even though I'm not wearing any makeup at all, I had no nails on and no boobs on, people were still like, wait a minute, she's not a man.
They were like, miss, did you eat some bad moose?
Do you not know your son is a girl?
What's going on?
So it'll just be the kiki, like, you know, and to be completely for real honest, after I get my implant, I am mentally preparing myself to be disowned again. And I don't think that would happen. I think we've come so far with my family. But in my mind, I'm just preparing them to be like, you know what, you've gone too far, you're a freak. You know, I'm just emotionally preparing myself because that's a reality. Like, it could happen.
Before I even knew that my mom was so accepting, I was always really scared of her. I never wanted to say anything because A, I didn't want to disappoint her, and B, I didn't want to have any arguments or anything about something I believe in.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's crazy that mothers can just easily just disown.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You're still the same person inside. That'll never change.
Yeah. Well, I wrote my coming out letter to my family from college. And I was like, my whole letter, I can't remember, but it was basically like, remember that little 9-year-old boy that used to hang out with my next door neighbor, Aaron Smith? And he was my best friend. I was in love with him. I was gay back then, and I'm still, you know, I was in love with a guy named Ricky in 4th grade. And you remember me talking about him? I was in love with him then. I'm still the same person I was then. Like, all those parts of me were there. I just didn't accept them or flaunt them or talk about them.
Right.
I haven't changed. You know.
You'll always be your mother's child.
Yeah. And you say you can't accept me now, but you accepted me then, and it was still a part of me. So that part doesn't make sense to me.
But and now we're coming into a new age of people that are having babies now are growing up with the fact that people are gay, people are transitioning. So it's something new that they have to be on top of as far as educating their children.
A friend of mine is a high school teacher in New York, and he watched my Asheria Price Get Made Up with Misty video, and he sent me a picture of their bathrooms. They have the bathroom, the male, the female, and the both symbol, and it says, this bathroom is for anyone of any gender or expression or whatever. He's like, we don't currently have any trans students, but I have a feeling we get one any day now. They've had 3 students apply that were in the past 2 years that were trans but haven't actually transferred. But he goes, it's going to happen. He goes, it's a very real thing. Bitch, I smeared black all up in my face. Look.
What do you do to fix that now?
Just put on more foundation. Start over. But I'm going to wait for a minute. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. You know, so we have changed. Yeah. You know, and I told one of my sisters, she's got 2 kids. Well, actually, I told another sister, too, who has 2 kids. I told 2 of my sisters with 2 kids. Next time you see me, I'm going to be having breast implants. And it's going to be a conversation you need to figure out in yourself what to tell your kids. You know, another one of my sister who has 5 kids came down as a surprise visit to Miami last year or a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I picked them up at the airport, and I was going through it because her husband's a minister, and like I was like, fuck. I'm going to the airport to pick up my...
And you don't even know what kind of...
Look.
Like, do you know what kind of minister he is?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I knew all that. Into it. But, well, I was there when they met. They met in college. So, I'm friends with them. I know their kids, but I've always met their kids in Alaska when I try to butch it up, basically. I try to be as masculine as possible. But now they're in my hometown. They asked me to pick them up at the airport. She's like, hey, I'm sorry for the short notice. We're flying in tomorrow. Can you pick us up? And I'm like, Wow. How long are you here for? Because I was thinking, do I take my nails off? And she's like, we're getting on a plane. We're getting off the plane tomorrow, and then we're getting on a cruise the next day. So we're literally only going to have one day to hang out with you. Can you please hang out with us? So I was thinking, like, I'll just wear gloves. I'm just, trying to be respectful of my family. And I'm like, I'll wear gloves. And then she's like, yeah, pick up to the airport and we'll go to the beach.
Oh, yeah.
There go the gloves idea. So I remember we were playing in the water, and my little niece, Soraya, she was like, let's play under the sea. Like Little Mermaid. Mm-hmm. Let's play under the sea. Uncle Cody, let's play under the sea. And I'm like, okay. So all she does is put her face in the water. Like this. Ready? And so I'm giving her piggyback rides, and she's like, Uncle Cody, why is your hair so long?
Yeah.
Uncle Cody, why is your fingernails so long? Uncle Cody, and I'm like, holy fuck. And she's asking me these questions in front of my sister, her mom. Mm. And I'm like, well, your Uncle Cody. And I could see my sister and her husband in the front seat going, like, oh God. Like, what is going to be said?
It's super awkward when it's not your kid.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, Uncle Cody has a job. And they're like, where he plays a magician.
Whoa. Yeah.
Where he plays a magician. Have you ever seen a movie like Harry Potter? And I'm like, I have a crystal ball and I do this. And I go, and then the oldest boy is like 10 or 11. He goes, oh, so you're evil.
Wow.
And my sister quickly spoke up and she goes, he's not evil in real life. Just on stage. But I felt that was the easiest way to, because,
right.
like long hair and fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
break it down,
he's a wizard. Ooh. Yeah. So, my sister told me later when they went to bed, she's like, wow. I go, wow, what? She goes, that answer was perfect. Because then her dad was like, in a play, like at church, because they didn't know what a play was. And like, yeah, he's in a play. And I didn't tell her because she's real religious, but I'm going to be like, next time you see me, I might have to have that conversation again.
Oof. I had it with a kid that came to a show, and this kid had to be like
brunch?
5 or 6. No, not even at brunch, at Athena's, which is a character illusion show.
Uh-huh.
And it's in a area where it's not a gay area, it's a straight area, and it's more family oriented. So there's kids walking around everywhere. And the kid came up to me with his mom, and the kid goes, are you a boy or a girl? And I didn't even know what to say, and I looked at the mom, and the mom didn't even give me, like, any hint of...
Like, go ahead, talk.
Like, go ahead, no. So I was like, well, I'm a boy. And that was just the kid didn't even know what to say. I'm like, well, Mom, you see, you should have said something.
Speak up, damn it.
Speak up. I don't know what to tell the kid. It's not my kid.
That's a trick question. I'm a girl and a boy.
Yeah, it was very awkward. Because then if I say, I'm trans, and then he's like, well, what the fuck is a trans?
Yeah.
I don't even know if you're a guy or a girl. What else is there?
Yeah. Some girls have a penis.
Mm-hmm.
And some boys have a vagina. Ask your mom. Bye.
Have a good night.
Sometimes.
That one trans guy is beautiful.
There's a lot of hot trans guys.
Oh.
Fucking A, dude. Some of them are so beautiful.
Uh-huh.
They embody all the perfect things of the gender that we're attracted to.
Yeah, there's some good looking ones. I've always wanted... No, I'm not going to say I've always wanted. I've been curious to want to...
To explore?
See, yeah.
Well, I've never had sex with a vagina. But I think I would date a trans man.
Uh-huh.
I talked to one on Grindr once.
I know who it is.
No, there's like 6 on there.
Oh, there are?
Yeah. Because I didn't know they were trans men at first. But they were in the trans filter, so I just assumed they were tranny chasers.
There is a trans man that took me, who actually helped me get all the information I needed about going through transitioning. And
is he short with a beard?
Yep. And he's known around town.
Yeah, I know him too. But that's not
he took me to the courthouse to get my name changed and everything. Like, he really helped out a lot. And he was kind of cute for a little ginger.
Oh, different one.
I mean, he's ginger-ish. I wouldn't say he's like...
The one I'm talking about is a complete straight-up Latino.
Oh, no, it's a different one.
But the one that I was really attracted to was, like, bodybuilder.
Oh, no, this one is not. He's, like, super short. He's, like, average size. And he looks like a little bear. Like, he could be a little bear.
Oh, I don't know that one. Huh. But yeah, there are some really hot trans men. Mm-hmm. One of my cousins commented on something on Facebook, or put some stupid shit on Facebook about the bathroom laws. And she put something on Facebook that said, it's simple. Penis, vagina.
Yeah, but that's
not simple.
Yeah,
that's not simple. Some girls have a penis and some boys have a vagina. So I, like, kind of read her. Because she's one of the cousins I came out to as trans on my last visit. Because my cousins were all like, and I hung out with my cousins a lot this trip. And my cousins were all like, dude, your husband's straight. I'm like, I know this. Why the fuck is he dating you? So I kind of came out as trans to them. And I'm like, I don't live as a boy when I'm in Florida. I don't even think I was living as a boy in Alaska that week, but I was trying to. And I explained it to her, like, girl, it's just not that simple. So you're telling me you want Gigi Gorgeous to go in the men's room and you want Buck Angel to go into the woman's bathroom.
No.
That's penis and vagina. She's like, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm like, well, that's what you said.
I wish I could remember that one trans man's name, though. That's super.
The one that's...
Now he's on a TV show for modeling. Transgendered modeling.
Oh, wow. There's a TV show about that?
Yeah. I don't even know what it's called, but it's something with the word trans, because of course they have to have trans in it. But it's a TV show about 6 trans models. It's kind of like America's Top Model type of thing.
Huh.
And it goes through, like, their journey and everything.
I don't know this.
I have so much crap, I don't even know what to wear. Red. And then I'll do black later.
What about the one that was on I Am Kate? Did you see that show? The one that was talking to Caitlyn? I mean,
there was like 5 or 6 of them. Candace.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
There was a trans man talking to Candace on a date or whatever. And I was like, ooh. You know, I'm not saying that would be the ideal relationship, but it would make perfect sense. A trans man and a trans woman dating. Because no matter, I mean, if gay marriage wasn't legal,
and
it
there
would
are
be legal.
A lot of them. Yeah. There are a lot of trans men and trans women dating.
Because biological XY, X whatever, there are 2, a man and a woman dating, and then it'd be a trans woman dating a trans man, and it's like, I don't know, it's just, I think it's beautiful.
And I used to work with a trans woman who is a lesbian.
Oh, that's a lot. That happens a lot.
That's a crazy thought.
Well, straight men can become trans women. And they don't just suddenly become gay because they're trans. They're still attracted to what they're attracted to. Your gender identity has nothing to do with your sexual identity. So just because like, for example, I am Jazz. Just because she's a woman doesn't mean she's automatically... I mean, I think she's too young to know her gender identity. I mean, sexual identity. Like, she's still discovering it. But just because she's a woman doesn't mean she's attracted to boys. She might not be.
And she admits it. I think in her show she's even said it. She doesn't know what she's going to like, if she's going to like this or that. She's a cute little thing.
Yeah, she is. I met her when she was 8 years old.
Aww.
Her family came to Lips.
A little baby Jazz.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't even know she was from Florida.
Yeah. They live in Broward. It's funny when you watch the show, you can see, oh, I know where that is. Like, some of the places they go.
Like the Stonewall Gallery?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hmm. Look at you with your new wave haircut.
Check you out with your airbrush makeup.
Look at you.
Check you out. What was that club that we did it in? Because every time I
Click.
eat, and it was Click, and I even tried to look for the video too to repost it. Like, oh my God, look, like this was the last time we did it. We're doing it again.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't find it.
I couldn't either. I looked for it too.
It was just ask Misty.
Must have been deleted.
Yeah, it was gone.
Because they recorded it and posted it. It wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. And that's like a way long time ago.
Yeah. That's a club that is also gone.
Oh, yeah?
Alright. So, pick a question.
Okay.
Something that you are willing and able to respond in.
I feel like
you're gonna randomly.
I feel like I'm such an open book that I'm just gonna pick a random question.
Yeah.
And just.
Hey guys, it's Misty Eyez and
Carmen Adore.
Carmen. All right, we haven't asked Misty. And Carmen picked out this question. Do you think RuPaul stays in touch with her drag children from the show? Does Rebecca keep in touch with Ru, or was the show just for business, really? I've been thinking about this, and if she did keep in touch, there are a lot of girls now. Ru even claimed them like family, like when Roxy cried. All right, Carmen, you go first.
Honestly, I don't think she does. Only because she may or may not be a very busy woman. But at the same time, does Tyra Banks keep in touch with every model that she's ever had in her show? With every same emotional problem that they've had or gone through? I don't think so. I think it's more of a show, and she just kind of has her name on them, in a sense. I think it's a little business. What do you think?
For the most part, no. You ask about Rebecca Glasscock, and of course, I have that inside information. Mm-hmm. Although I think things might have changed. Becky was on season 1. Mm-hmm. On season 1, Becky did not even have RuPaul's phone number. She had RuPaul's assistant's phone number. Mm-hmm. So if Becky did need to contact Ru for whatever reason, she had to go through her personal assistant. So I'm sure that it's pretty much the same. Although I think maybe she does have her favorites, and therefore, quite possibly, there are some girls that might have RuPaul's personal phone number, mm-hmm. and she might be in contact with certain girls. But for the most part, I definitely think it's a business, like Carmen said. I think it's, you're an actress I think you're an actress hired to play a certain role, and she does that role very well. Mm-hmm. Now with RuPaul's Drag U, which is canceled, but RuPaul's Drag U and All Stars, I think that she's definitely in contact more with some of the girls now that they're gone from the show. But I still think it's more of a, Emily, please call Rebecca Glasscock.
Yeah.
I don't think she gets on the phone herself and says, hey, Becky, what's up?
Right, like I don't think she's just gonna be like one of those friends you could just call and be like, hey girl, let's go out, let's kiki. No, she's probably has people you gotta go through.
Yeah. And I remember the first cruise ever, Michelle Visage was on it. She's been on all of them. And I remember, and there was a question and answer, and somebody asked about RuPaul, why she wasn't on the Drag Stars at Sea. Michelle Visage spoke up, and she's like, I'm best friends with RuPaul, and I will tell you on her behalf. RuPaul is agoraphobic, which means she's afraid of being in confined spaces with people. Mm-hmm. And the thought of being on a trapped boat with fans that would run and scream and be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. you know. Right. Granted, you are welcome to stay trapped in your bedroom the entire cruise. You never have to leave. You get 24 hours free. You get 24 hours of free room service. Like, you don't even have to go to the buffets.
Right.
But just the idea of not being able to go 10 feet without a fan wanting a picture probably scares the crap out of her.
Yeah, it's different in that sense. When you have, say, disease and you can't be around people, then yeah, I can understand. But, like, if it was any normal person, I feel like you owe it to them to have them bombard you and want to take pictures with you and keep in contact with your girls. That's only, like, a natural thing to do, but...
So, with that inside information, I definitely think that it's a one-way street.
Yeah.
RuPaul contacts you if she needs to, or Wilder Wonder contacts you if they need to. I don't think there's any person... I'm sure Michelle and her are in contact, but
and
not the girls.
I have a different type of inside information because I went to the RuPaul reunion.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing it and the way that she interacts with the other girls is just very impersonal.
Yeah.
Like, she's not going up to the girls like, hey, girl, I haven't seen you in forever. No. She hasn't done that. When she was doing the reunion, everything was teleprompter and everything was cut. Action,
scripted.
Cut. Yeah, it was very scripted. It had no personality unless she maybe cracked a couple jokes and then everyone would laugh, but then it was back to business.
And so then you had to record it once, twice, 3 times.
She leaves it... Yeah, it really was. She leaves it as a TV show, as it is. I don't think she really invests too much of her time into it, personally.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Right.
Did we answer all your questions? Does Rebecca keep in touch with Ru on the show, or was it just business? I think it's just business. We both think it's just business. I've been thinking about this, and if she did keep in touch, there are a lot of girls now. Ru even claimed them as family. I do think that it's possible to have a mentor-loving relationship with the girls. Like, RuPaul indirectly is responsible for their careers. Right. I think that she has a sense of endearment to everyone that's been on the show. Right. I do think she does keep up with their careers. I do think she follows them on Facebook or whatever. And if she doesn't, her team does. And they constantly, oh, did you see?
Right.
Sharon put out a new album, or Roxy did this, or whatever. So I do think she's informed. And I truly think she cares to some extent. But I don't think it's a mutual symbiotic relationship.
Right. I don't think it's like a bestie situation.
Yeah. But how can somebody cry in front of you and you not feel something? So I definitely think that when she's like all Roxy and she's maternal and comforting, I definitely think that was genuine.
Right. I don't think she would have just said that for TV, I'm sure. And she teared up a couple times too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure maybe like a couple weeks after that, hey girl, how you doing?
She might have had her assistant call or whatever.
Right.
Like that could have happened.
Could have.
I never asked Roxy that. I should ask her. But yeah. That was a good Ask Misty. Thanks for asking. It was Misty Eyez and
Carmen Adore.
Carmen. Loving you, Zizi. Yes.
That's cute.
Yeah, so that's it. Basically, it's time to put our hair on and stuff and
Come on, hair then.
Are those 301s?
Yeah, well, they're 2 301s.
And they look so different on you.
They're stackeried.
You got the games. You got the games.
You've got the look.
Alright. Alright, girl, that was fun. We had so much fun recording with you. Tell the kids how to cyber stalk you. You've got some things.
Yes. So you could follow me on Instagram. It's Styled by Carmen. Or you can add me on Facebook. It's Carmen Adore.
Adore. Do you have YouTube or Twitter?
I had a YouTube, but then I kind of let it go.
You got your tubes tied. That's all right.
I got my tubes tied. Yeah.
Yeah, not so much.
Just say no more the YouTube.
No more YouTube.
No.
So that's it. Just those 2 things.
Yeah, that's all I use, really.
And
Instagram,
her phone
Facebook.
number is 1-800-HOT-HOOKER.
Call a hoe.
Call a hoe.
Call a hoe.
That's it. That's all you gotta do.
With 1 L. Call a hoe.
Kala.
Call a hoe.
Kala, are you there? Hey. First time caller, long time listener. Hey. Anyways, we love you. Thanks for watching. Loving you, Zizi.